What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. So if you guys follow me and you watch my videos, you probably know by now that I kind of have a huge boner for Riot Games. I mean, I personally honestly love the way that they approach the design of their newer characters, and I think they generally do a pretty solid job of balancing the game and communicating with their players compared to other game developers. And because I kind of have like this platform on my channel, share my opinions that I have about Riot, something that I've kind of realized thanks to you guys leaving lots of comments is that honestly my actions and my comments thus far about Riot in general probably make me the biggest Riot fanboy on the entire internet, and I don't think that's necessarily something I should be proud of. I mean, I do like Riot a lot, but at the same time, like, it's really a lot more important to try and see both sides of things. And a lot of people dislike Riot and their decisions for a reason. And so from now on, I'm actually going to try and make an effort to just be a little bit less of a fanboy overall, and more importantly, to actually criticize Riot from time to time, which is what we're doing in this video. Also, just really quick, a little bit of real talk with some of my content. So something that I've been trying to do at least a little bit more is that I really want to try and be maybe a little bit more personal in my videos and just like have more opinions about stuff. I mean, for the longest time I've kind of avoided that, since the truth is that like in life, I'm kind of just a shy person. So from now on, I really want to try and do my best to just like break out of my shell, have stronger opinions about things, have opinions more often, and definitely take myself a lot less seriously, and just honestly try to be less professional almost, and just be, more relaxed, more myself with you guys, I guess you could say. So I'm not going to censor myself anymore, and maybe I'll crack some cringy jokes here and there, but overall I just want to have more energy and just really just try to be like more social in my videos, if that makes sense. Anyways, so this video is probably one of the first times in a really long while that I'm actually going to make an active effort to complain about something. I do a lot of discussions here and there, but I don't know if I can remember a time where I intentionally complained about something in the game. So in this video, I do want to try and play a little bit more of an unbiased party, be less of a Riot fanboy, of course, and do my best to share how I feel about reworks. But keep in mind that this is my opinion after studying Riot's design philosophies. I mean, I don't consider myself the most qualified person by any means, since I'm not really the kind of person who's actually cynical enough to be a good critic of things, or to be good at complaining about things, but I believe that I do have a decent understanding of how Riot tries to design things, and as a result, maybe I can shed some light on this and share one of my personal biggest criticisms with Riot's design. So when it comes to reworks, Riot tries to accomplish a few things overall. They rework champions to make their gameplay more healthy, maybe to make them more fun to play against in a sense. They rework champions to give them a better design in the non-gameplay sense, so like with their store, their lore, the character, all that good stuff. And they rework them to also try and make the champions fulfill their own gameplay fantasies a little bit better, and, just generally make them better champions overall. And those are some great philosophies to have. And as a result, the idea of reworking champions in the first place is a pretty good one. And although they try and do that, a lot of the reworks honestly just don't accomplish that at all. I mean, Riot has a massive history actually of just failing over and over again and just releasing honestly some garbage reworks. Like, I don't really know how else to describe it, like some really questionable stuff, honestly. We've got Ryze's history of just being reworked over and over again. Soraka kind of did the same thing too, has gotten multiple reworks, which I mean even shows that Riot themselves are aware of their problems in their rework process. I mean, there's countless reworks that just get released that are honestly just broken as shit. I mean, we've got Malzahar, all the Juggernaut reworks, Gangplank, Fiora, like I could name so many things, and a lot of those reworks also have abilities that are directly conflicting with their design philosophies, in the sense that they release unhealthy abilities constantly, like they did on the first Ryze rework. And probably my personal biggest gripe is that they somehow managed to find a way to make every single Mordekaiser main quit League of Legends after they fucked him up so bad. I mean, the thing is that because of the execution that actually takes place with a lot of the reworks, they end up completely conflicting with a lot of Riot's design philosophies. They consistently release a lot of unhealthy designs, or champions that are just so broken that in the process of nerfing them into a balanced state, the thing that made their rework so cool in the first place just disappears. Mordekaiser is probably the absolute worst example, as well as the first Ryze rework, or the first big Ryze rework I should say. Honestly, the new Rise rework is also like really questionable. Like, I'm not entirely confident that it's going to turn out that well. You also had the first Rengar rework. The Gragas rework honestly was a little bit questionable. Even the Zillion and Veigar reworks are something that I think could have been done a lot better and created a lot of problems for those champions for an extremely long amount of time. And they also release reworks that occasionally just change the fantasy of the champion, in the sense that the champion gets changed so much that they essentially just become an entirely new character altogether. And that's something that is it happens just too often. You know, one very important idea is that reworks are a lot different to just releasing a brand new champion into the game, right? When you rework a champion, it's different in the sense that there's this element of risk to the project that doesn't actually exist when you just add a new character into the game, right? Because when you rework a champion, you have the risk of actually upsetting every single player who not only mains, but just plays that champion. And if the rework is a flop, or if it has problems, or if it's just like not that great, that is a portion of the player base that gets left with a huge negative feeling that is pretty much irreparable, or at the least you can't really fix it for like multiple years. And this element of risk is something that I personally think Riot does not appreciate enough in their rework projects. The fact that they do rework things in the first place is awesome, don't get me wrong. But a lot, not all, but not even most of them, honestly, some of the reworks are just reckless, and some are just honestly too ambitious. A rework shouldn't be the place to try out some new type of gameplay design fantasy like introducing a melee carry into the bot lane. Riot takes an approach to reworks that has the potential to just really piss off a lot of the players if the rework isn't super amazing. Some reworks are great, don't get me wrong. Honestly, I would say greater than 50% of them are great. A big majority of them are actually pretty amazing. But there are a lot that are just mediocre, and every now and then there's one that is just a total flop. And, you know, again, reworks on paper are an awesome idea, but the risk when reworking a champion is just so much higher than really almost any other change in the game because of how many players the rework has the possibility to negatively affect. So as a result, making mistakes in reworks, not in a balance wise, but in like a design wise, is honestly kind of unacceptable. And it's something that needs to just never happen. And you know, I get it. You know, reworking champions is hard. It's crazy hard. Like, oh my god, it is so goddamn hard. But that's okay, you know, let it be hard. Riot, in my opinion, just takes too many risks when making reworks. They need to go for safer choices, less impactful moves, and less game-changing redesigns, and most importantly, make sure that they don't do anything that has the potential to conflict with their own design philosophies. So I get that Riot really tries to make good things come out of their reworks. They try, and a lot of good things do come out of reworks, but a lot of bad things do too. And when it comes to changing champions that players already know and love so much, there's really just no room for mistakes in my opinion, and Riot has made more mistakes with reworks than potentially any other aspect of their game almost. And honestly, I just hope to God that they can pull some next level game designing in their Assassins rework. Delay it if you have to, but please, please, please make sure that it's going to be amazing, because if it's not, then we're just going to see another group of people have their favorite part of the game ruined by a decent amount. I love playing Assassins, and honestly, I'm generally optimistic about some of the Assassin reworks, but with so many fundamental changes rather than just minor tweaks here and there on some of the champions, you know, Riot, you guys are in a tough spot, and I just hope so much that you guys can get it right. And I know you can, so please just don't fuck it up, like honestly. Because let's be real here, reworking a champion is hard as hell. It's insanely difficult, and the fact that so many reworks are actually pretty solid in the first place is just a testament to how awesome the Riot design team is. So what I want for Riot is to respect the fact that reworks are outrageously difficult, maybe a little bit better, and just account for that in their decisions. Take less risks, maybe be a little bit more cautious and less severe with their actual redesigns. Anyway, that's kind of it for my talk on the reworks. I made this video because I honestly really care, and I really want Riot to just come out and release some bomb as fuck champions for everyone to play with. Like, the Assassins have so much potential, and if they get it right, it's going to be awesome, and if they get it wrong, it's just going to suck. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the video or if you have some feedback in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed, a dislike if you didn't. Thanks for watching, and oh, by the way, as well, so in my Rangar video a couple days ago, I said if the video hit 6K likes, I would post an embarrassing photo. So here it is, I guess. This is a photo from when I was in high school. It's kind of funny, I guess. I don't know. I got maybe a little bit more embarrassing ones, but I thought that one was a little silly, so I decided to post it. And I actually do every single likes goal that I mention in a video, and I actually really enjoy having them because it's just kind of like a fun thing to just, you know, something funny for me to do, something silly. Like, I try not to make them, you know, something that's too serious, and I really enjoy doing them, so I kind of want to do them a lot more, but I also want to make sure that I actually post proof in videos instead of just like on social media, because a lot of you guys probably don't even check my social media or anything, and that's fine. Like, I'm not complaining about that, but you know, posting in videos is cool because you guys get to see it, and it's motivation for me to make sure that I actually do it, and it's all that fun stuff. Anyways, that's my embarrassing photo. Oh god, don't make too many dank memes from that one. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.